Yeah, so the first thing shown is that the only way to defeat terrorism is to follow the money. And therefore, the NFIU report is a very vital piece of information that we can use to track terrorism financing and make sure we take down the financing network. But we also know that the DSS, the Office of the National Security Advisor, and other intelligence agencies have been doing very good work on this. We know that recently a Nigerian Bureau de Change owner and his companies were listed in the United States for terrorism financing. And we know that there have been certain prosecutions recently regarding terrorism financing, even in Nigeria, and some accounts being taken down. But we need to do more. Whether it is kidnapping for ransom, whether it is Boko Haram's terrorism, whether it is bandit terrorism, whether it is the Eastern Security Network, no terrorism or no terrorist organization can operate without funds. And so once you take the funds out of the equation, they would be incapable of operating. Secondly, and very importantly, and this is related to one of the stories you might ask me questions on, which is the Niger kidnapping, once we stop paying ransom to terrorist organization, once we take the money out of kidnapping, we take the profit out of it, I can tell you that sector will die a natural death. And therefore, the best way to stop kidnap for ransom in Nigeria is to take the money out of kidnap for ransom. But what this NFIU report tells us is that although the Nigerian government has done a lot since 2023 when it was added to the grey list, until 2025 last year in June when it was removed from the grey list of the Financial Action Task Force, even though we have done a lot, we still need to do more, especially in the form of taking down the networks. And shown right now, what we are seeing in other jurisdictions, and I wouldn't be surprised if it is already happening in Nigeria, and if it is not happening, it will start happening soon, is the use of cryptocurrency for terrorism financing. Some of these terrorist organizations, like the groups I am working on in East Africa, the Islamic State Central Africa Province, when they gather the money outside Congo, Uganda, they don't send it in cash. They don't send it in naira through the in cash through the means we saw the NFIU report highlights. What they do is send it through cryptocurrencies, and that makes it even more difficult. So we need to do more, and the only way we can stop what is happening in Nigeria sustainably is to take the money out of it, whether in stopping ransom payment, in making sure that external money doesn't come into Nigeria. And showing the final point we need to remember is that this international digitalized way of financing terrorism is still a small portion of actual terrorism financing in Nigeria. The actual money is still coming from within Nigeria, and we need to do more to stop that if we were to succeed in taking down this group.